In Missouri, spousal maintenance, or alimony, is a critical question in any divorce. But unlike other states, there's no formula, no calculator. Your future is based on a judge's discretion. Before a judge even considers an amount, the requesting spouse must pass a demanding two-part test. And the biggest mistake? Assuming it's automatic. It isn't. You must specifically ask for it. We'll break down that test, reveal the factors judges use, explain new laws capping payments, and show you how to handle this unpredictable process. So if it's not a formula, what is the fundamental purpose of alimony in Missouri? It is not a punishment. The goal is rehabilitative, to help a spouse with fewer resources meet their reasonable needs. To get there, a spouse must first clear a high bar. This is Missouri's strict two-step threshold test. It's the gatekeeper to any award. Step 1. The requesting spouse must prove they lack sufficient property, including any property from the divorce, to provide for their needs. It is an asset test. Step 2. They must also prove they are unable to support themselves through appropriate employment. Only if you pass both steps does the judge move on. Once that threshold is met, the judge's discretion comes into play. So what are the exact factors they weigh when determining the final amount and duration? This is where the details of your marriage are put under a microscope. Let's run through the key factors. Factor 1. The duration of the marriage. Longer marriages often mean longer maintenance. Factor 2. The established standard of living. Factor 3. The financial resources and earning capacity of both spouses. Factor 4. The age and health of the spouse seeking maintenance. A vital point. The court also weighs non-financial contributions. Time spent as a homemaker or raising children is considered a valuable contribution. Those are the standard factors, but another factor sets Missouri apart. Does bad behavior, like an affair, actually impact the judge's decision? Before we answer that, let's talk duration. Missouri expects able-bodied people to work towards self-support. Maintenance is often a bridge to independence, and that temporary nature just got very specific. A recent Missouri law put hard caps on alimony duration for the first time. This is a massive change. For marriages of 3 to 10 years, maintenance generally cannot exceed 50% of the marriage's duration. For a 10-year marriage, that's 5 years max. For marriages from 10 to 20 years, the cap is 60% of the length. In a 20-year marriage, the maximum duration is 12 years. This creates more predictability. What about permanent alimony? With these new caps, it's exceptionally rare, typically reserved for very long-term marriages where a spouse cannot work. The new laws provide some clarity on duration. But what about those other complex issues that can change everything? Let's go back to that question of misconduct. Missouri is a no-fault divorce state, but fault can absolutely play a role in alimony. This is a critical distinction. A judge can consider conduct like adultery or financial waste when deciding the amount and duration of maintenance. It is a factor in the overall view of fairness. Another complication, is the order final? Most alimony is modifiable, meaning it can change with circumstances. Non-modifiable agreements are rare. A common reason to modify alimony is cohabitation. If the receiving spouse moves in with a new supportive partner, the paying spouse can petition the court. With so many variables, no formula, misconduct, new laws, how can anyone possibly prepare for this process? This is where it all connects. Remember we said there's no calculator, and we confirmed misconduct matters? The first point is why the second is so powerful. The lack of a formula gives judges immense discretionary power. It allows them to weigh subjective factors, meaning the story you present is critically important. This is exactly why you must avoid the trap of comparing your potential outcome to a friend's. Because of judicial discretion, every single case is unique. This uncertainty is also why methods like mediation are so valuable. They take the power out of the judge's hands and give you and your spouse control. Let's recap. There's no formula. You must pass a two-step test. New laws cap the duration, and your conduct during the marriage can influence the outcome. Finally, know the field is changing. Alimony is less common than it used to be, but more men are being awarded it as the law adapts. Your most important action is transparency. Both parties must provide complete financial disclosures. Hiding assets destroys your credibility with the court. The unpredictability of Missouri's laws makes guessing a dangerous strategy. Understanding the factors is your first step to protecting your financial future.